I want you to know something. In the deepest, 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 awesome, deepest depths. Imagine someone would come and tell me bad things about my children. And I would say, yeah, really, they're really lousy children. Doesn't sound so good, right? But the deepest depths is if my children tell me, you know, we did everything wrong, and you know what I would say? It's all my fault. So once you know this is awesome, I mean, it would maybe be blasphemy to say, but Rab Tzadok Cohen says so. Rab Tzadok Cohen says on Yom Kippur, we tell God all our mistakes, and the Rabbi not only forgives us, the Rabbi says it's all my fault. The Rabbi is awesome. The Rabbi says it's not your fault, it's all my fault. And there's a Torah from the Heilige Rishon of Yom Kippur. It says, Rabbi you know the truth. If you would bring Mashiach and you would build the Beis HaMikdash, you'd behave so much better. So it's all your fault. It's all your fault. But again, I cannot live all year long saying, oh, it's God's fault, right? I'll keep my store open on Shabbos, and you'll ask me, why are you keeping the store open on Shabbos? And I say, hey, it's God's fault. He made me do it. So therefore, on Sukkot, I'm taking the lulav and the esrog, and I wave to all four sides, and I'm saying, Master of the world, it's really my fault. It's in my hands. It's in my hands, mamish. It's in my hands to wake up my heart, and it's even in my hands to wake up the whole world. And you know, Sukkot, I reached such a high level that it's clear to me, if there's anything wrong in the world, it's my fault. In these most awesome way. You know, if I were to tell you now that in Alaska 2 people were killed, does it bother anybody? Sadly enough, we're not on the level. You know why we are not on the level? Because we're not. Because if you would be on the level, it would pierce my heart, say, most probably it's my fault. The Baal Shem Tov says, anything you hear wrong in the world, in the 4 corners of the world, if you hear it, it's your fault. And I want to share with you something awesome, because everybody's asking, how come Yitzchak didn't know how bad Esav is? But the answer is very simple. But Yitzchak, it was really not Yitzchak's fault. Esav wanted to be bad. Yitzchak did not hold back anything from him in teaching him. So therefore Yitzchak didn't hear about it. You only hear anything which is connected to you. And it's way out. I mean, it's beyond us even to understand this. But anyway, I'm taking the lulav in my hands. And the first thing, I say, Rabbi, let me fix what I have to fix the most. When to love, how to love, and how to be sweet. And you know, you can be like toothpaste sweet, smile. Not for real. Have you ever seen anybody putting toothpaste in a cake and say, oh, it's so sweet, right? It's not, because it's fake. For real. Mamash for real. And also, it's in my hands. It's in my hands, mamash, to make the world better. But then, this is also not the end. You cannot just be lovey-lovey, and that's what the world is. The Gemara says, if you love the wrong person, then you hate the good person. That's what the world is. You know? They always help the one who's wrong. Anyway, so the left, and also we're learning it, the right is the consciousness, the left is my unconsciousness, deeper than consciousness, mamish, fixing my heart and my mind and my soul from all 4 sides. Then something very important, a lot of people, you know, most Jewish people, the last thing they did for Yiddishkeit was bar mitzvah, and until they're, after 150 years in the cemetery, they haven't moved an inch. So I say, Rabbi Shloim, make me move forward. Most of us always move backward. Mamash Rabbi Shloim, and also, Master of the world, take away all the stones in front of me. Because I don't have enough guts to realize I have to jump over them. Okay, everybody can make up their own Torahs. Then above goes without saying. Mamish, to be connected to above is up to me. It is mamish up to me. Because basically we all are connected to the highest place in the world. And it's so easy to disconnect ourselves. And also, friends, you know, some people are connected to each other from above, and some people are not connected to each other from above. I want you to know, people who are connected from above, they're friends forever. Husband and wife who are connected to each other from above, oh, it's the deepest connection. And if it's just like love on first penny, Doesn't last. Okay, Gewalt. I want you, friends, I had the privilege of seeing the Heilige Baba Rebbe, Satmar of Kloisterburg, where they were shooting. It was awesome, Gewalt. I want you to know I shiver my whole life just remembering Gewalt, right? Then, but you know, friends, we are not always on top. You know what our problem is? The moment we fall down a little bit, we give up. Don't give up. You have to go down sometimes. You know, Yom Kippur is beautiful, but you're not sitting in the synagogue all year. Then you have to go home and eat, and the next day you have to go to business. The question is, how long does it take you to get back? Are you disconnecting yourself from above because you were dealing with 2 rubles? So, Mama, I go down, and I go right up to my heart. And just remember, the whole time I'm going back to my heart should shine into me in the deepest way. And then the back, turn around. And this is very, very deep. First of all, it means, Master of the world, let me fix also my last lifetime. And you know, today, this lifetime is very heavy. Rabbi Tzaddik Cohen says that in this lifetime we re-meet all the people we met in previous lifetimes. You remember, friends, we were learning it. It's not because there's a 747 or because there's a Concord that I meet so many people. It's because I have to meet so many people that the Rabbi Shem supplies me with a 747. And sometimes you meet people and you know you have unfinished business. So as Mamash Rabbi Shem, Master of the world, first of all, let me meet all the people from my last life and let me fix it. Remember, I mentioned it to you, friends. I met this, I'm sure you do, the Heilige Ramosh Bentov, one of the greatest Mekubolim today in Eretz Yisrael. And he said to me, I want you to know that all the divorces today is because they didn't fix their last lifetimes yet. You should be privileged to fix it. And also I want you to know something awesome, that not only husband and wife friends, sometimes there's people who are always in each other's hair. And you think it's, what do they want from each other? It has nothing to do with this lifetime, not with Begin and Ox, and not even with Princess. It's last lifetime, and you better fix it. Or you mamish forgive each other for everything you did before. Or I don't know, you just make a deal, but just, you have to fix it. And also something very deep. I want you to know, wherever I walk, wherever you walk, wherever we all are walking, question is, what's have to be left? Is it more warm? Is it more frum? Is it more Jewish? Is it more sweet? Or there's nothing left. So, mamish, I go to my back as a Rabbi Shalom. And also my children, hopefully we are living 150 years, but our children will live 500 years. The question is not how much I shock a lulav. The question is, when I shock a lulav, is it so strong that in 10 generations from now, my great-grandchildren will also shock a lulav? Remember, the Chedush Rim says, by Shabbos, it says, L'doiroisam b'ris olam. To keep Shabbos means that every Shabbos is so strong that my children will keep Shabbos forever just because of this one Shabbos. It's awesome. Okay, I have to tell you one more thing, very important. At a certain point, Be'ez Hashem, we'll tell each other, we'll watch each other, we'll take the arobas. And if you can do me a big favor and just give me your sweetest attention. You know, some people hold the arova and they just bang 5 times, and while they're banging, they're in the middle of talking to their neighbor about, should I go to Acapulco or maybe to India? I want you to know, hitting the arova is so deep. It's the most awesome. It's mamish. There's this thing in the Gemara, hoilech, hakel hoilech. Achar Chosim. The end. We were learning it, but in Ishbitz and all the big rabbis. Basically, you don't make a bracha, and you don't even have to do it if you don't want to. Just a custom. But you know what's holding up Yiddishkeit? Customs. You know, friends, I want you to know something. For me, a Jew who is ashamed to walk with a yarmulke, it's not worth an onion. Why? You're ashamed to walk with a yarmulke? You don't have to, right? Well, the question is why you want to look like Eichmann? You want to look like Arafat? He happens to have a yarmulke. Who do you want to look like? I met some people that say, oh, you don't have to wear yarmulke. You don't have to, but Gewalt, I want to look like a Jew. I want to look like a Jew. I want you to know my Elter Zeder came from Poland to Germany. You know that he wore the Streimel all week long? He was so afraid maybe one guy will not see that he is Jewish. So he wore the Streimel just to let the world know I'm a Jew. And this is not against for. You know, the king, when he walks around with all his medals, he's proud of it. Okay, I want you to know something. In one word, Ishbitzer said the earth needs encouragement to grow because there's so much inside. And the earth is afraid to come out with it. You know, most of us have so much, and I don't know what it is. Or why did you come out with it? So we are hitting the Arova, and you know what the Arova is all about? The Arova is the sweetest Yid in the world, but he hasn't come out with it yet. The Esther came out a little bit, and the Lulav a little bit, but the Arova, David HaMelech is the Arova. You know why Mashiach isn't coming? Because we are holding back. The world is holding back. We are holding back. So this is Mamish telling each other, don't hold back. And also telling Rabbi, please don't hold back. Please don't hold back. Telling each other, don't hold back. And according to the Emissary Mukabolim, before you hit the road, I hope you'll watch us, you make Nanuim. You know, Mamish. We'll do it together later. I'll try to make it fast. Forget your watches for a little bit. And Mamish with all our hearts. And I want you to know, friends, whatever we prayed for all year long wasn't answered, now is the time. Because all the gates of heaven are open. And you know, Hoshana Rabbah is not a judgment day. Hoshana Rabbah is a day when God wants to give us everything. The only thing is, if I don't hold back, then God is also not holding back. And I'm praying, God, Master of the world, give me the strength not to hold back. You know, sometimes you meet people and they're holding back. You know, I have the privilege of talking to so many young people. I ask them, how often did your father, mother tell you how beautiful you are? Why are they holding back? How often did your parents kiss you? How can you see your child and not kiss them 2 million times a second? Are you holding back? You're teaching God how to hold back. Who knows what else you're holding back with, right? You're a holding back person. So the final is, Rabbi Shem, open my heart, open everything. Shouldn't hold back. Day